Hi YouTube, and welcome back to my channel this afternoon. Today's video is going to be my weekly makeup basket, and this is the video where I show you all of the makeup products that I'm going to be wearing for the upcoming week. So I like to show them in order of how I apply them to my face. So of course we're going to start off with primer, and this week I chose the Givenchy mattifying primer. It looks like this. And this is a really great primer. I think it does a fairly decent job at keeping me matte throughout the day. I tend to get oily probably 5 or 6 hours into wearing my makeup when I use this primer. I think like cost wise at the price point, I believe this is in the high $30, low $40 range, and I think that's a pretty reasonable price for a higher end makeup company like Givenchy or Givenchy, whichever way you want to pronounce it. So I'm going to be using this for primer this week. And moving on to foundation, I'm going to be mixing two that are from the same line. They are both MAC Studio Fix Fluid. One is an NC20 and one is an NC41. They look like this. And I just recently picked up NC20 maybe last weekend at MAC, and I just needed a lighter foundation to mix with all of my dark foundations because none of my foundations currently match me at all whatsoever. So I have to start mixing and blending, and it's like a little science project when I'm doing my face makeup in the morning. And NC41 I've had for a while now. I did get this when I was overseas in Qatar. They actually don't make NC41 in the United States. This is more solely based for the Middle Eastern countries just because of the undertones, which I thought was really neat. And I'm kind of like nostalgic with this and I don't want to use it all up, but at the same time I just don't want it to go bad just sitting there for no apparent reason. So I'll probably use a pump or a pump and a half of this and then half a pump of this, just because NC20 is a tiny bit too light for me, but I wanted to get a really light shade just so that way I can mix it with all of my darker ones. And then for concealer, I'm going to be layering two. The first one I'm going to be using is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Medium 1 Custard. It looks like this. And this is slowly making its way to Holy Grail status in my book. I just really absolutely love the way this performs. It does a great job at concealing dark circles, and also it does give a slight brightening effect. But to enhance the brightening, I'm also going to be layering the MAC Prep and Prime in Bright Forecast, which looks like this, on top of it. And I just do a couple brush strokes on top and then I just gently pat it in, and this does a great job of just brightening up the under eye area. I also use this down the center of my face, right here, and then right down the bridge of my nose and a little bit on my chin. So this is already a holy grail of mine. I think it works amazing. The only, I guess, qualm I have with this product is the fact that it doesn't last very long, and it's $26. I've looked for more affordable, not necessarily dupe, but comparable products to this, and nothing performs as well as this. So I'm probably just gonna have to stick with this and bite the bullet and spend $26 every time this runs out. And then to set all of those liquid products, I'm going to be using the Neutrogena Shine Control Powder. It looks like this. And I don't necessarily know if you're going to be able to tell because of the lighting, but the rings on the pan are already protruding, which is a little disconcerting in my opinion, only because this is a expensive powder at the drugstore. It retails anywhere between like $12 to $15, and I've only been using it for I think maybe 2 weeks, possibly 3, not every single day, and it's already gonna hit pan. So I think it works okay. I thought it worked a lot better the first couple times I used it, but after wearing it for the past couple weeks, I realized it doesn't keep me as matte as I thought it did, and at the same time, this powder leaves a white cast. I literally have to blend in a translucent powder, which in my opinion is kind of crazy. Translucent usually means that it doesn't have any shade underneath, so you can just usually go do 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 do, and it will just set everything. But this one gives me such a white cast that I have to put it on my face and then I really have to go in and blend it back out. So I'm only going to be using this because I only have like 2 other setting powders, and I want to get through this one just because I know I'm not going to repurchase this in the future. And then this week for an eye base, I'm going to be using my Milani Shadow Eyes in the shade Snowy White. It looks like this. And there's not that much left at all, as you can tell. It's like the size of my pinky, but I love using this product. I think it just works amazing. I picked these Milani Shadow Eyes as eyeshadow bases over any other eyeshadow base that I own. Even like when it comes to higher end ones as well, I've just really been enjoying the stick shadow crayons or pencils, jumbo pencils, I think that's what they're called. I just have really been enjoying these. They're so fast and easy. I just take this and go like this on my eyes, and then I just blend it out with one of my fingers, and it's so fast and so efficient, and it does such a great job at keeping my eyeshadows really vibrant. It's what I'm wearing today, and it just does a great job at making my shadows on top pop. So I really, really love these products, and I did use a almond, I think it was called Almond Cream, and it was just almost like a nude shade, but Snowy White has been working amazing with all of the purples and then the browns that I've been wearing recently. It just makes them look that much more vibrant. And then for an eyeshadow this week, I'm going to be using something that I haven't used in a little bit, and it is the original Lorac Pro palette. It looks like this. And as you can tell, I can't see myself. I made a good dent in all of these bottom ones, some of the top ones, but I haven't showed this palette love in a little while, so I did want to break back into it. I think these shades are going to look amazing for Thanksgiving. I just want to do like a copper bronze look for some reason. I just think those colors just look so beautiful. They're warm and like just really gorgeous looking. So that's what I'm going to be playing around with this week. I have been playing around with some of my other eyeshadows, but mainly for the past couple weeks before I started doing my weekly makeup baskets, I was only focusing on my MAC palettes and my Anastasia Beverly Hill palettes for some reason. So I want to get back into using my like pro palettes, my naked basic palettes, and then I have like the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette, the Lorac Unzipped palette, and I just never touched any of those. I did use the Unzipped palette all last week, and it looked so amazing. I was like, why haven't I been using you? And then for eyeliners, I know this is gonna look like a bit much, but I did get a set of the Kat Von D eyeliners, and it came with 3 of them. So I'm going to be using, like, interchanging back and forth between these 3. And then let me just show you the tips. 2 out of 3, almost. They look like this. As I'm trying to recap and drawing all over my finger. And then also, recently, I picked up the Sephora Draw the Line. It was a Sephora Favorites set, and it came with a couple different smaller versions of eyeliner, and one of them was just the regular Kat Von D eyeliner, Tattoo Liner in Trooper, and it looks like this. So I'm going to be using this as well because this works amazing for just doing the outer flick on my cat eye or my wing. And then these all work amazing for just filling in all of the rest of it. So I'm going to be sticking with those. I think they work absolutely amazing. I am still partial to my Stylist Day All Day though. But those, they come in at like a very close second. And then for mascara, this is sad because this is probably the last week I'm going to be able to use the Marc Jacobs Lash Lifter Gel Volume Mascara, which looks like this, because this is slowly running out, and I can tell every time I try to apply it. This is an absolutely amazing mascara. It's what I'm wearing today, and I just think it works phenomenal. I'm so tempted to go out and buy the full size of this, but I have so many unopened mascaras right now that I need to concentrate on using first before I go out and spend, like, I think the full size is $26, $28, maybe $30 before I go and spend another $30 on another mascara. And then I'm going to be opening a new smaller size one as well. This is the Lancome Hypnose Drama Mascara Volume. It looks like this, and it has a curved brush, but it kind of goes like in an S shape. I've used some of the Hypnose line before. I really like Lancome. It used to be my all-time favorite mascara company, hands down. I just think it was because when I originally started buying high-end makeup like years ago, Lancome was the first counter that I really took an interest in, because I think it was like the packaging, it just looked very sleek, and it was probably the sales associate was super nice as well. So Lancome and MAC were like the two brands that I broke into when I was starting to go into from drugstore to high-end makeup when I was younger, and it's always stuck with me. I really enjoy Lancome mascaras. I've just realized there's a couple other ones out there that just, in my opinion, perform so much better for my lashes, which is the Benefits They're Real and then the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. But this is still a really great mascara. And then for eyebrows, I'm going to be going back to my European Wax Center Duo in Milan. It looks like this. And this is just a dual powder. One is more warm undertone, one is more cool undertone. And so mixing them, or even just doing the warm undertone right kind of here in the front and then the cool undertone in the back, it works so well with my hair. Even when my red hair starts fading, I can still use this and I can match it pretty much spot on. Last week I did use the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in Auburn, and I really liked it. Like, I just need to practice a little bit more because I'm still, I guess, a novice when it comes to using that product. Sometimes I do it a bit heavy, and I have like Sesame Street character eyebrows, you know, the really dark, bold, intense ones. And then to set my eyebrows, I'm going to be using the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. It looks like this. Is that upside down? Yeah, there we go. And I'd have to say, this is the best, most amazing, fantastic, like, performing clear brow gel that I've ever used. I can totally understand all the hype behind this product. It leaves your eyebrows like not crunchy at all whatsoever, which is so crazy because I've never used an eyebrow setting gel that has held all of my eyebrow powder or product in place without leaving it like the slightest bit crunchy at all. And then for blush, I'm going to be using the NYX Mosaic Powder in the shade, it says MPB09 Paradise, and it looks like this. This was actually a free gift with purchase through Ulta a couple months ago, and I wasn't necessarily crazy when I first saw it, but this is beautiful when you lightly swirl all of the products, the colors together, and then apply it onto your cheeks. It's more of a darker blush, so if you are fair skin, you do need to be extremely light-handed with this product. There have been a couple of times when I have applied it and I've had to go back over and put powdered foundation on top of it and then go back over and lightly try applying it again. But this is beautiful. I'm really surprised because I am a blush addict, number one. Besides lip products, blushes are my second favorite makeup product to purchase. And I am a blush snob. For some reason, I feel that higher end blushes just perform so much better than the drugstore version blushes. But this one really took me for a loop. It just works amazing. And these, I think, they're like maybe $5 at the drugstore, maybe a little bit more. Maybe a little bit more, but nonetheless, probably the most of my blushes are higher end, and I'm just looking because they're over there in that drawer, and they tend to usually go for like $20, $30, $40, and to get this one for less than $10, it works amazing. And then for bronzer, I'm going to be using my NARS Duo, and I'm going to be using Laguna. My sister actually got this for me a while ago, and if you guys can tell, I've never used this. So I'm going to be using Laguna. I actually have multiple Lagunas in my makeup. I hate saying the word collection. That makes it sound so weird in my opinion. I don't know why, but in my makeup, within all of my makeup products, there we go. I have multiple Lagunas, but I did want to start using this, or like, yeah, start using this, because why am I just keeping it for no apparent reason and then not using it and just leaving it in its package? So I really like Laguna. Now that I don't have a tan, I have to fake a tan, and Laguna is the perfect color for my skin tone right now. When I'm a little bit darker, I have to go with NARS Casino, just because it tends to match my skin tone more. But now that I am lighter, I can go with Laguna. You can clearly see the shade difference. And then for a highlighter, I'm going to be using this e.l.f. Golden Bronzer, and don't let the name deceive you. This is not a bronzer. If you look at it, it's way too light, at least in my opinion, to be a bronzer. It is what I'm wearing on my cheekbones today, and yeah. Does that look like a bronzer to you? It's like a champagne color. How can a champagne color be a bronzer on anyone? I suppose maybe if you concentrated on this side right here, like these darker ones, but no. This is an amazing, I feel like I've said the word amazing a ton in this video, but this really is an amazing product for $3. You cannot beat it. And as a highlighter, this would last me so long, even if I just only owned this and use this every single day. It's humongous, first of all, and second of all, let me bring it in. There you go. And second of all, you barely dip your brush in highlighter when you apply it on your cheekbones. So the last product that I have to show is a makeup setting spray, and I actually this is the only one I own right now. So you're going to be seeing this in every single weekly makeup basket until I go out and purchase another one. It is the NYX Matte Finish Long Lasting Setting Spray, and it looks like this. I just spray way more than the recommended like amount of sprays. I think I probably do like 10. And it just sets down all of the powder products, and then also I do think it does keep me pretty matte throughout the day. I don't necessarily know if it keeps me like that much more matte than even when I'm using a mattifying primer, but it gives me peace of mind knowing that I'm using all of these mattifying products on my face, and then I hope that my face doesn't get too oily throughout the day. So I did read a couple blogs, posts, and then also a couple review videos on YouTube recently that L'Oreal just came out with a drugstore makeup setting spray, and I'm really interested in picking that up and trying it. But at the same time, I want to use this since I just recently picked this up as well. But I think I'll pick up the L'Oreal one if I do see it, so that way I can do a comparison video and letting you guys know which one from the drugstore works the best, because there are not too many drugstore setting sprays, unfortunately. And this one I believe is $8. The L'Oreal one is considerably more expensive than this one. I believe the retail value for that one is like $14. And I think that if you were, you know, to spend a little bit, okay, maybe a little bit more than a little bit, you could just pick up like an Urban Decay setting spray or a Scandinavia setting spray. So I'm not gonna bash it until I at least try it out for myself. But yeah, this works okay. So that is all my makeup for the week. I hope this video wasn't too long. The past couple ones, they've been long only because I've been super chatty because I haven't like had a lot of time to sit down and film. So I'm definitely going to be filming a lot this upcoming weekend because I have a couple days off from work because of Thanksgiving. So if I don't talk to you guys before that, then happy Thanksgiving to everyone. And then also all of my Sephora packages came in recently, I think besides one. So I have a ton of hauling to show you guys. I picked up so many products. I only went to the VIB sale to pick up one product, and I did pick up one, and then I went back like 2 or 3 other times, picked up a couple more, and then I placed a couple online orders, and then all of a sudden I hit VIB Rouge. So yep, I know the struggle is real when it comes to purchasing makeup for me, but that will be in a future video. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, please like, subscribe, and share. You know I'm not forcing you guys to, but I really appreciate everyone who has, and I just want to, I guess, say, especially with Thanksgiving coming up, I am very thankful for all of my subscribers, all of you YouTube friends. You guys are absolutely amazing. You're so nice and sweet, and the comments are absolutely like the most genuine things that I get from people all the time. So thank you so much. I'm very thankful for you guys, and I'm actually on my way to a Friendsgiving, kind of like a friend's Thanksgiving. So I guess that's the reason why I'm in such a great mood. So I will talk to you guys later, and that is it. Bye.